Hello, everyone. Welcome back to In Out Delete, the show where we review both new and older movies. This is Gino.
This is Robert.
And Gio.
America and Ricardo are not here. They're not with us today, sadly. R.I.P. How's your guys' day so far? I don't know.
Can I talk about a movie that I saw that's not one of the movies that we had to watch?
Yeah, sure. Go on.
So on Thursday, I went to the theaters to watch Don't Breathe 2.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you guys know about that?
I know about it.
Yeah.
I've seen the trailer, but I didn't even know there was a one.
Did you? That's what was my next question. You guys watch the first one?
I watched the first one.
Okay. Did you like the first one?
I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, I loved the first one. I was a huge fan of the first one. And then this one just kind of came on the radar. I was like, oh, Don't Breathe 2 is coming out this year.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, why would you make a sequel? There's literally nothing there for a sequel, right? I was like, this is kind of dumb. But I was a huge fan of it, and it kept the same writing team. It's not the same director, but he was his co-writer of the first one, directed the second one.
Okay.
So they were still kind of involved. Everybody was still involved. And I gotta say, man, they fucking pulled it off.
Really?
I texted you guys after. I said it slaps.
It slaps.
And I just learned about that word, so I used it. No, but it was so good, dude. From just like the first one, you remember the first one? It's beginning to end. It's just nonstop,
Yeah.
right? And this one's the same thing.
Good.
It's just it's a fucking masterclass in sustained tension. It's unbelievable. It's an hour and 32 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it keeps you hooked the whole way through.
Wow.
There's really no fat in this. And I think these two, Fede Alvarez is the director of the first one, and he co-wrote the second one. He co-wrote both of them with his partner. I think they should teach screenwriting because there's literally no waste, in some movies that we watch. We always complain about the length and the stuff they should cut out.
Okay.
There's no fat in this, no bullshit. Just here's your situation, here are your characters, boom, go, and it's just nonstop.
Okay.
Nice.
I highly recommend. Gio, you should watch both of them.
I want you to watch both.
They're
of
not.
them.
They're billed as horror movies, but they're more thrillers.
Yeah. From the little bit that I've seen, it does seem like it's like a suspense thriller.
Yeah, it's a suspense thriller. Yeah, but it's fucking. It's fucked up. It's deranged. The people. There's no good guys in it. There's no protagonists. It's everybody's fucked up, and they're just doing fucked up shit to each other. But it's so good, man. I highly recommend. Gino, you should watch it.
I want to now, just because I remember when you texted about it, I was like, oh yeah, that's right, they made a sequel to. But I'm like, the way they ended on the first one, I was like, it was a good ending. It was it didn't need to be another one. But if they did another one and you say it's worth to watch, I want to watch it now.
Because after watching the trailer, you're like, wait, what? Who's that? Why is there that person?
Right.
They justify everything. It works, dude. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the theater, it was pretty crowded, on a Thursday night, and everybody was into it. They were fucking cheering, when people would die and stuff like that. It was so cool. It was such a fun experience.
Nice.
And so I think it's a low budget movie too, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So it's I respect that, and I agree. I would love to see a printed was a shooting script of that. I would love to see that.
Oh yeah.
Because I want to. Because if you say that they should do master class on screenwriting, I would love to see the print itself.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Fede Alvarez, the director or the creator of this.
What else has he
He
done?
made I don't think you've seen any of. He's the remake of Evil Dead. I know you've seen it.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
The first Don't Breathe, and now this one. Every single one of those movies has been really, really intense, and I'm a huge fan of this guy. Anyways, I just want to bring. I'm officially an in on that one.
Okay.
I loved it.
I'm gonna try to watch that this week. And get back to you on that. Gio, get on it. American Ricardo, get on it. Sizzy, get on it. Get on that thing. I'm telling you, Mike Wahlberg recommends it. How's it going? How's your doggy? Just kidding. All right, moving into the new movie. Robert, what do you watch?
Yeah, so our new movie this week is called Free Guy, and it's directed by Sean Levy, and it stars Ryan Reynolds and Jodie Comer, and it's about. Let me brush up on my video game
NPC
terms. Yeah, it's about an NPC, which if you don't know, it's a non-playable character in a video game, who all of a sudden becomes self-aware.
Yeah.
He starts making decisions outside of his programming, which causes his game to go crazy, and the creator of the game to want to shut down the game and essentially destroy his world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. Gio, you're the biggest gamer amongst us.
I think Gino's the biggest gamer amongst
Either
us.
way, I said you first. So go first on this one. Oh, you know what? Can we backtrack here?
Yeah.
I didn't give the in-out deletes, and I had one planned.
Yes. What are
Okay.
the not deletes?
Yeah, so explain our rating system is in-out delete.
Mhm.
If a person is in, that means they like the movie. They would recommend it. This movie is... if they're out on a movie, it means they didn't really like it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's the middle ground. This movie is... And if it's a delete, it means they hated it. They would not recommend it. And this movie is...
That's
love this.
Yeah.
our nerds are like, yay!
Oh, I love it.
All right,
Oh.
Gio. With all that being said, take it away.
It's one of those movies where, I hate to say it, but kind of fence movies. I think I'm in the realm between in and out.
Choose a side.
It might be just end up being a high out. Didn't
We'll go with those for this.
It's a popcorn movie, so it is what it is. It's not going to win any awards, but it's still entertaining. It's a very Ryan Reynolds movie. So if you like Ryan Reynolds and you know his type of acting, it's pretty much you're going to get that in this movie.
Yeah.
What about you, Robert?
I think we're in a similar boat where it's kind of like I could go either way, honestly, depending on how I wake up. But I will say, now we go to the movies every week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I usually get there early enough to watch every single trailer, right?
Oh, I know where you're
And
going.
this whole time, I must have seen this goddamn trailer for this movie
Yep.
like a billion times.
Yep.
And I honestly got fucking sick of it. I hated it. Like, I would literally tune my brain out when it would come on. It's like, I don't want to watch this stupid trailer. Like, this movie's not for me, you know? So, needless to say, I had very, very, very low expectations for this movie.
Okay.
I was like, we're watching it. I'm watching it just for this. I would not go if we didn't have this, right? So, with all that being said, I'm going to have to go the other way. I'm in.
Okay.
Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I went in thinking it was gonna be a miserable experience, and I ended up enjoying it. Like, it was, it's like you said, it was a decent popcorn movie. It's like, this is like Friday night, Saturday night entertainment, and it did a good job. It's an original story. Yeah, it borrows a lot from video games and stuff we've seen. It's not,
but not as much as you would kind of think.
Maybe, but it is kind of predictable, you know. And they ride Ryan Reynolds hard. Like, like he has a lot of charm, and they fucking milk that shit for every bit that it's worth. But it's Ryan Reynolds, like you can't help but love him, you know. And it has a good enough story. I got into it. I was like, I hope they win, you know, because I kind of care about these characters. So that's gotta say something, you know. There were times where I was like, it was kind of too long. They could have snipped this and that, you know. But I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised. And there were times where the theater got a huge laugh. You know, I'm pretty sure we could talk about that later. But I came out like surprised. Like,
you didn't hate your time.
And I think the reason why I'm gonna be nice, like go on the in, is because I haven't played video games like for a really long time. You know, I fell off a lot of like Xbox 360 days. You know.
Oh wow.
So I'm out of the
video games yesterday.
I'm out of the loop. You know, and there was a lot of kids in this theater. And they were all like fucking, like they were really into it. Like they loved it. And like when we were walking out, like I heard this kid talking to his dad, like explaining to him, like, oh, this is the guy who like apparently had a lot of cameos. Like, oh, this guy does this. And I was like, oh, this movie's not for me. You know, this movie's for them. And I would imagine, because it's more of a kids movie.
Yeah, it's PG-13, so it's within that kind of
so if you're a parent and you have to take your kid, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. It's like you're gonna probably enjoy it too. So that's why I land a little bit more on the in. Gino?
I am in. I was not on the fence. I came in lower standards, and I agree with you, Robert. I got tired of the trailer too, but the only thing I don't get tired of is hearing him sing. Not hear him sing, but to hear the song "Fantasy" from Mariah Carey, like "Sweet, sweet fantasy, baby." I'm not gonna lie, I love that song for some reason.
That's the part of the trailer that I think started getting annoying.
Yeah, I was like,
and it's funny because I would look forward to that part, and I go, okay, I'm over it when he starts trying to kiss the girl. I did not had a bad time. I had a great time. I went in really low expectations as well. Taika Waititi was like kind of annoying in this one. I didn't find him funny in this.
But
movie.
I think that was the point.
No,
'Cause he
but
was-
like he was trying to do his like funny characters. Like you know how he is when he gets into character, he tries to be funny about it. He was more. It wasn't funny to me. This time around, I wasn't into it. I was kind of like annoyed, not just because I know he's a bad guy. He's supposed to be annoying. I know. I was just finding it personally like I don't like this. They could have cut him out. My personal opinion. Whatever. But overall, like the game references, I totally get it. The fucking icons, like especially like. I don't know if you guys saw this, but he used Mega Man's Buster.
I did notice that.
I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
So I noticed that, like I mentioned, because it's something that I think there wasn't enough of. But all right,
I get it. We'll get into that. But overall, I really enjoyed this movie. The whole him in love with the girl thing, fine, because it does pay off at the end. But it is awkward. Okay, thank you. Someone had mentioned it because I was like, ¿Qué? ¿Por qué? Whatever. Let's get into this, guys. Start talking about it. What's up?
I do kind of agree with you on Taika, because like we all love Taika Waititi,
Yeah.
right? But in this one, I was like, I think the director just hired actors who are just like really good, really eccentric. You just kind of let them do their own thing, and don't really give them much direction. And I think Taika just like literally he just told him just be you know. And it just went a little too far. Like they milked that a little too much, you know.
as well.
You know, like I don't know if it was like me, like being like, no, I like you, Taika. Like, stop making me not like you. You know, so it's like
That's what I was saying. Like I think it's just the character himself. Like he's hateable, so he's gonna play it as hateable.
no, but I think it did go a little bit too far one way.
Okay.
In the end, I think it was fine.
I think that goes for all the characters because it's pretty much using everybody to be like
Yeah,
like you said,
'cause
that Ryan Reynolds,
even Ryan Reynolds,
like
yeah,
it's just like you be you.
yeah.
That was their direction.
That's what I'm
and
saying
then
about
they're just like okay.
It comes down to the director. It's like
Yeah.
just be you. There's no character. Like the characters are the actors. You know, it's like there's really nothing there. Just like just be wacky. You know, like you know what you did in Deadpool. Just do a PG-13 version of that. You know, the love story. I do kind of agree. Like I honestly, I thought it was fine, but I was kind of confused because I thought the girl figured out
Exactly.
that the guy liked her way
yeah.
before the end. I was like, when the big reveal happened at the end, I was like, wait, so she didn't know? Like, how did you not know?
Like he literally said, but either she was just like
she probably just zoned out.
tunnel vision or something.
That's why it caught me off guard. I was like, wait, did she not know?
Yeah, it was like he made it obvious.
He made it super obvious.
Because she goes back, she goes back, watches the videos, just like we saw this video like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That's what
Where
like,
everybody figured
that-
it out. Yeah.
yeah, like it got clunky in that one, like there, where it's just like, wait, he likes you.
Yeah.
Like why? Spoiler. Like why? Yeah,
why is
it
this a big deal? Like,
yeah, it was like
yeah, I was
This is
rooting.
a-
I was rooting for them, to get together, but I was confused that she still hadn't figured it out.
yeah.
And I think the reason why that love story kind of works for me is Steve from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Like I like him.
Me
He's
too.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny how he went from like in Stranger Things to being like the jerk off guy, to being like the lovable loser now.
Yeah, a little bit big
And-
brother or loser. Yeah.
And the girl, what's her name, Jodie Comer. Like I thought she was good. Like it was a good. Like the director hired some good actors and they did their job, and it's fine. The one thing that kind of bugs me though. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I've seen a lot of movies about lawyers and TV shows. And
Yes.
her whole thing is that she's trying to prove that Taika Waititi's character illegally used their code for their video game,
Right.
hers and Steve, from Stranger Things, in their game. So she's going to sue. She's suing the guy, and she's trying to find proof. Right?
Yes.
But they said in the movie that they sold the video game to him. Right? Am I remembering that correctly?
I think something.
They said that.
There's something.
They
along
said
to
that they sold the game to them because Steve says we sold the game to him and he shelved it, and that's why I never saw the light of day. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they had their
true.
falling off, and that's why they're not friends anymore. Right?
Right.
Now, although Taika's a jerk for using their code or whatever, in my understanding of all the lawyer shows I've seen in movies, once he buys the game, he owns it and everything that comes with it.
Yeah.
It means he could do whatever the fuck he wants with the code and use it in his game.
You're not wrong.
So why is that a suable thing?
Also,
It'd be different if he straight up stole it. If he didn't buy it.
I think it's the fact that what's the name of the game they called? Free Life? What was the name of the game?
No, not Free City.
No, Free City is the Taika Waititi's game.
Yeah, Free Life.
Okay, so basically, what I'm assuming the whole point is that I think it's like I think there's within the agreement that they can use. I guess like I think even though it's Free City and they use a little bit of the Free Life, I think it kind of messes up. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. I'm trying to figure out. I agree with you because I'm starting to think maybe because he bought the game. That means he basically owned the rights, especially the coding. Yeah, but I guess Herv's trying to prove like it's our design because there's a little bit of proof of it.
Think about it like this: if Pepsi buys Coke, right?
Don't do that.
That means they own Coke, they own the name, they own their formula, right? So if they want to take their formula and put it in a Pepsi bottle, that's their right? Because they own it,
you're
right?
Okay.
That's the way I understood it.
No, okay, you're not wrong.
Gio, you the other legal expert, can you weigh in here?
There are some gray areas.
Yeah.
Reading the Wikipedia page, it literally says, Free City is an open world game developed by Tsunami Games. Its code was based on the game called Free Life, developed by Walter McKee, which he sold to Tsunami in exchange for becoming its lead developer.
Right.
So it says sold, and then it just says that the Millie Rusk, who's his partner, spends the whole time trying to find evidence of Keys' code and prove Keys is the rightful owner of the code. Well, not if he sold it.
Right. That's
unless
what I'm
it was
saying.
with what is it?
Conditions.
With conditions.
Yeah, but they don't explain that.
Yeah, that's
you're not
the thing.
wrong.
Like that's probably something either we missed or they just forgot to say
I was
it.
paying attention, bro. I was
there was
really
some
into the
conditions.
movie. And
Also,
it just bugged me because that's like the main conflict of the movie, right?
Also-
the whole thing is that they're trying to prove that their code exists in this game. So why not just say that he stole it?
Right.
Also, their whole gathering of evidence would be dismissed in court because it was all acquired illegally.
Right, yeah. Because Steve, Stranger Things guy, is working for the company.
Yeah, he has
an
an
NDA,
NDA.
right? It's like, so like,
And he helped her hack into the system.
Yeah.
So this movie's a delete now.
I mean, all that aside,
Yeah,
I think
there's-
it's a fun movie. You know,
Yeah.
it works for the most part. I didn't really like the action stuff, like the video gamey stuff.
I did.
I kind of got numbed out. It's when I actually focused on the character stuff where I liked it. I was like, oh, this is nice. You know?
Can I ask you something? When
Yeah.
you said you're very detailed. Did you notice the blue shirt at the end?
No.
Oh my God! You guys didn't notice it? Keys was wearing a blue shirt at the end of the movie, and then the whole
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice.
dab.
Yeah, I like the love story. I was fine
Look,
with it.
Mr. Ellis, I look at details. You didn't notice the blue shirt guy at the end? So sad. Did you notice it, Joe?
Not until you said it right now.
Yeah.
Mic drop. I'm out.
Well, it was a
bitches.
dark colored blue, not
It's
the
still-
sky blue.
It's still blue. It's still blue.
But I was gonna say, yeah, like for being a video game based movie, I think you only get one actual video game, not reference, but like item, which is the Mega Man
Mega Man.
last year. Spoiler alert. But like, yeah, like there's stuff that are like, oh, I think there's also
There's
the
a Fortnite.
yeah
weapon, the
the
unicorn.
the palito.
Yeah, you assume there's a lot of Fortnite stuff because I don't play
Yeah.
those games either.
I'm like, I don't think they're outside of I think the dancing that they do. or-
that's
yeah.
emotes.
There's
Whatever
a lot
they're
of
called.
Grand Theft Auto too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it kind of borrows it without actually being like, let's say like a Wreck-It Ralph,
Yeah.
where they're where you see like Lara Croft walking around and you see like freaking Miss Pac-Man like going by.
They don't. They kind of like refrain from that, but there is the big one.
Which
Yeah.
like it hit me, and then I was like,
Mhm.
so this is one movie that started off as 20th Century Fox,
Yeah.
and then was released as 20th Century Studios,
Yeah.
and that's because
Disney bought Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so there's a couple of
The thing about that part, and I know we're kind of dancing around it, maybe we'll reveal it or not, but I gotta say it hit me.
Yeah.
It did.
That was the biggest laugh in the theater. Everybody was cheering, and I was right there along with them, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
But then afterwards, because they do two of them, right?
Yeah.
But one of
Yes.
them's like a little bit more significant, right? afterwards I started thinking, I was like, the whole theme of the movie is like, it's like we want to create something new, something original, right? Instead of just like the same old shit, you know, which is cool. But the biggest moment, the biggest reaction the audience got was from the stuff that referenced the other stuff, you know. So I was like, I kind of spat on that theme a little bit there, you know, even though it worked, you know. I was a sucker too, you know.
That cutaway, was epic.
Yeah. How many cameos did you guys catch?
I was about to bring that up. Yeah. Because I think 2.
I got 3 or 4.
Because I have them here.
Okay, can I try to guess? Can I give you the ones that I got, and then you can tell me?
Yes.
Okay, so Channing Tatum, obviously.
Oh, well, that one's obvious.
Yeah, that's why I started off with the obvious one, right?
Yeah.
The Rock.
That one, I can see that it's on there, but I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Oh, no, I don't remember. No,
that one was obvious to me.
Where was he?
He was one of the voices when Ryan Reynolds first gets the glasses off the character. He was the guy he stole the glasses from.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Hugh Jackman.
Yes,
he's
the
hacker guy.
Yeah.
I knew it from the alley. I was just like, I know that voice.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I know that.
There's the one that we won't mention because it's a spoiler.
Yes.
Let's see if I caught another one. And then you have all your video game one. Gino, do you know about those? Like the streamers and all that.
Those count, but
Pokimane and Ninja. Fuck Ninja. He's a piece of shit. I don't know why.
I thought of you. I don't know why, but I knew you hated him, even though I didn't know who that guy was, and I didn't know that you knew who he was. But I was like, I bet you Gino doesn't like that guy.
No, he's a piece of shit.
I thought that while I was watching the movie.
Pokimane, she's cute, she's adorable, but she's not great either. She's like an alright gamer. It's just she's just good because she's just popular because she's pretty. That's all, my opinion. And I'm not gonna lie, when they try to do those weird cutaways to these streamers and they do the cut to camera, you can tell they're acting.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I hate
that.
It
Was
so
one of
much.
the lesser parts for me.
Yeah, that bothered me. That one I wish they cut because it was just like, so you guys hear you guy about the blue guy, shirt guy? I'm like, shut the fuck up.
But that was pandering to the kids because the kids love that.
They do.
I was like, oh, it's for them, you know. Okay, what did we miss?
Well, there's Alex Trebek.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
One that I did pick up while watching the movie was Tina Fey.
What?
No, I didn't get that one.
Not me either.
The guy that's Channing Tatum's user. Remember his
the mom?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally didn't get that.
Like I heard the voice, I was just like, wait a minute.
That I didn't.
I was like, why does that sound like Tina Fey? And then like later on, I was like, it did. It was her.
Oh my god, I didn't know it was her.
And John Krasinski.
Okay, I didn't.
What?
I forgot. I think he's another voice in there. I think he was another. I forgot which one. Hold on, let me check. He was a silhouetted gamer. The guy that was like being interviewed.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I think the one that's being interviewed. And
I remember that now.
And like he's all in the shadow. I think that was him.
Sense.
It's a silhouetted gamer, and that's the only one that I thought like it had to have been.
So, quick question before we wrap this Free Guy movie: what do you guys think about America and Ricardo's thoughts?
2 outs.
2 outs.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Gio?
Another one.
So you think they'll both be out 2 outs too?
I think America would probably be out. I think Ricardo's the
wild card. I think he's a wild card. Yeah.
I think it might be I don't know. Is he a gamer? I don't think he's a gamer.
No, he's not really a gamer.
I think I'll stay with the 2 outs too.
Okay. I'm gonna say delete for America, and for Ricardo, I'm gonna give him an in.
Oh.
Ooh, opposites.
Yeah.
I can totally see America going delete.
Oh,
I don't like it.
I can't wait to find out. We'll ask him next week.
Tune in next week's episode, and we'll find out their answer if they did watch the movie.
And go watch Free Guy. It's fun.
It's a really fun movie. You enjoy it. And look out for those cameos.
Wait,
what
Gio, you were out.
I said,
are you still out?
Yeah.
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 Like it wasn't like it was entertaining, but it's not like I'm gonna go watch it again.
All right.
Follow the trail of cookies to come to us.
Power up. Use that power up.
Waka 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 waka.
You want to use your power up?
Nah, I'm gonna save it for the boss level.
Now we're moving on to the next movie. To continue on movies based on TV shows. Gio, what do you watch?
So I picked Serenity, based off of Joss Whedon's Firefly series that was on Fox back in the day. It's one of those shows that has a big cult following.
Yep.
It's very beloved. So let's start off. I'm I'm a fan of the show. I've seen it a couple of times already. I've gone through the series a couple of times. I've been bored. I'm just like, I'm gonna just rewatch this whole
How
series.
many episodes did they have?
I think it was only 13 or so.
Oof.
Yeah, it was short. It was short.
Yeah.
Fox just didn't really want to keep it. Ended up getting canceled. Like, if you watch the series, the last episode is kind of built, like, written out, I think in a way where it almost acts a little bit as a possible ending, because I think it was that much in limbo. So you can watch it as, like, it ends here, or there's still a way that they can survive.
Okay.
Joss Whedon, once it got canceled, he started working on the script for the movie and he was trying to sell the idea to anybody else. And it wasn't until Universal picked it up. They bought the rights and did the movie. Hence why it's called Serenity and not Firefly. Even though I think they probably could have, but just to kind of differentiate it.
What was Firefly in the show?
So Firefly refers to the type of ship.
Oh.
It looks like a Firefly.
And the ship itself is called Serenity.
Yes.
Okay.
So ship class is a Firefly. Name of the ship itself is Serenity.
I see.
Like the Millennium Falcon, and then it's Carillion.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen or know of Firefly, it's pretty much a Western in space
Mm-hmm.
without aliens. So it's a fairly quote unquote grounded kind of space Western in that aspect. So I guess we'll talk a little more about it a little bit later. Gino, what'd you think?
Okay, so I've never seen the show. I remember Firefly on commercials like Fox 11. I'm like, I'm trying to watch fucking Simpsons here, and then like
only one Fox.
Firefly. This episode, Joss Whedon created it, and then all of a sudden, just back to the Simpsons. Nobody fucking cares about this shit. Yeah, only on Fox, 8 p.m. Central Time. Blah, blah. I can totally say in watching this movie, I was hoping, that's why I asked you, do I have to watch the show to get the reference? Now that you said no, and I watched it, I go, okay, great. I can say an out. I didn't hate my time. Okay, I'm joking. I sort of hate my time. I was so confused because, like, I guess these people are talking Chinese, and I'm like, so does that mean the Chinese took over the world, and now there's a mixture of like people speaking Chinese?
It kind of implies that. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, that's kind of interesting, and I'm like, I wish there's more to it than that.
Well, there is more to it. You can watch the series.
But this movie did not make me want to watch the show, though. I'll be honest with you. I don't care for it. I would say Nathan Fillion, he's my favorite actor in this movie. I actually enjoyed him. I don't know about the rest. I don't care for any of them at all. Especially the girl from, Deadpool, the Gotham show. Her name was Miranda something, but was it Irina? Inara, thank you.
The companion.
I was just like, she came into the show. I remember how like the big deal they made about her, like Inara, like Inara. I'm just like, what about her? Like, I don't care who she is. Who that? The villain though, I'll give him credit. He was a really good villain. I enjoyed watching him. And the Reapers.
What's his name?
Reavers.
Oh no, I don't know the black dude. I don't know his name.
Gio.
What's his name?
His name is.
I said Ricardo. I don't know his name.
I believe it just says the operative.
Okay, the operative, but his real name
Remember,
though.
he does.
Yeah.
He doesn't exist.
What's his name?
What's the actor's name?
Yeah, Chiwetel
I set you up for that.
Ejiofor or something like that.
I know
really hard to
him in
pronounce.
movies,
Yeah.
but I can't say his name. I remember seeing him in the credits. I'm like, is that one guy? I was like,
That dude.
it's that guy. He's really good. I actually liked him. And then yeah, like the whole thing with the girl. I feel like they needed to use more of that girl, the one that kicked ass.
River.
I was really into her. Like, I'm a sleeper, whatever. Like, if a code word says I'm fighting, I was looking forward to that. I wanted to see more of that. But for her to do that one fight scene and then like she's a ticking time bomb, and then all of a sudden like nothing, and then towards the end she finally does something. I'm just kind of like, whatever. Oh, and a dude, what's his name? The guy, Pirate Steve.
Steve the Pirate. Yeah.
Steve the Pirate. Oh, I was like, oh, he's in the show. That's dope. He's in the movie. That's all. That's all my reaction. And then I didn't care for him after that. Overall, I'm out. I sort of hate my time. Wish there was more of it. glad they didn't do season 2. Sorry.
It would have been different, but yes.
All your black coats or
Brown.
brown coats. Sorry, whatever. Trekkies, black coats, brown coats, whatever. Robert, go on.
Yeah. So, I know it's like really cool to hate on Joss Whedon now. Ever since Cyborg called him out for
that's the problematic part.
Yeah, for being a punk bitch on Justice League,
Yep.
Hostile work environment. Yes.
Yeah, so but I don't wanna I'm gonna sound like a hipster right now, but it's true. I was like a Joss Whedon hater before it was cool. Right? Why? Let me tell you a little story. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the Alien franchise, right?
Right. Yes.
And Alien Resurrection, when it came out, was the first new Alien movie that I got to see like in theaters, like before that was just VHS or whatever. So I was super excited, right? I saw it, and even though I kind of enjoyed it, even at a young age, I was like, that was kind of stupid, like like the direction that it went, Guess who wrote Alien Resurrection? Joss Whedon, right? And I always kind of held a grudge against him. I was like, this fucking idiot is the one who ruined the Alien franchise,
Okay.
So I never watched Buffy. I never watched anything of his because I hated him, like I was a hater basically.
Yeah.
So when this show came out, I could have gave a fuck. Like, good thing it got canceled, And then I remember all the fuss that all the fans made, and then they essentially it's because of the fans that this movie exists,
Yeah, it was
it's
similar story to Family Guy.
Yeah, Snyder Cut before Snyder Cut, Fans have always had a lot of even you referenced Star Trek. Star Trek also. The fans got the show a new season, because they made an uproar. But I remember I tried to watch the show when it was on Netflix like a long time ago. It's kind of indifferent about it. I was like, all right, it's like a Western in space. It's so Star Wars, It's just Star Wars is better.
I like that idea.
I like because he has a lot of plucky characters.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of banter. You could see some of that in Alien Resurrection. It's just obviously they didn't go full on Joss Whedon. With all that being said, I'm an in.
Okay.
I gotta admit this movie works for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything like grand, but I think it's a fun enough
Space Western.
romp, let's say, It's fun,
like that.
And the characters I mentioned, they're plucky, they're fun, they're little, the way they get along with each other.
It's a crew.
It's fun. Even though watching it back this time, like, I don't know if you felt this way, but some of their jokes, their little witty like one-liners, they felt so stale. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that was like they were delivering, they were like reading the script. I was like, man, they didn't, because you know how it opens with like a really long one shot.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I bet you they didn't use the best take there of the acting, because it was like, oh, you're gonna get me the ship? Like, yes, I am.
Okay.
And then it was like, well, we're supposed to laugh there, But I mean, I'm nitpicking. I think the movie works. It's like, I like the space adventure or whatever, the Reavers are kind of like zombies or whatever.
Yeah.
I do agree with you, Gino. I do wish there was a little bit more of Terminator chick.
River.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it does have like a nice payoff at the end where she like goes and saves everybody, but like that was like in a sense the most interesting character, and I know she has more in the show or whatever,
A little bit more.
Yeah, but
Because that's the whole thing about it.
It
like,
almost
there's
felt like you
there's
like,
a mystery to her.
Yeah, they were always setting up that mystery, right? And you almost never got it. And even in the movie, it's like, oh, because they have to focus on the other characters. Like, I still wanted more, But it's fun. That's all I gotta say about that.
It's all right. But I mean, like, back to the Reavers?
Yeah, Reavers.
Were they in the show originally as well, or or is this made up for the movie?
From what I remember, they were always like being set up as like the big bad guys, But they're always kind of like, because like
They're like the Klingons
like,
for the show.
They're like
Kinda.
pirates. They're like they're out there.
But how like in TV shows back then, everything was very episodic, like self-contained stories.
Yes.
And they would hint at like the larger storyline,
Right.
So if you go back and watch the show, there's a lot of like they're laying the ground.
Yeah,
well,
they're
for
planting the
future.
seeds.
They're
Because,
planting the seeds, and they never really got to
Let it grow.
explore.
to explore any of that. And the movie, I think it does. It tells you essentially where
the
they came
origin.
from, the origin or whatever. But it still kind of feels like, ooh, they never got to like fully, it's planned to be a TV show, not a movie.
Yeah.
You need more time there, And I think the movie kind of suffers because it's such a big crew, such a big cast of characters that they each kind of get their little moments, you know.
Yeah.
But like I for the most part, yes, they're a little bit more. You know, there was a huge divide back in the day with like TV actors and movie actors. You know? The TV actors were kind of like a
Seen
minor
lesser.
league,
Yeah.
minor leagues, you know, so to say. So you do get kind of like I don't want to say cheap, but kind of like a, you know, like these people, had they just made the movie, would probably not have been cast except for Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Right. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't like the design of the ship. I think it looks goofy. I mean, I know that's kind of like what they're going for, but I just think
like the actual outside of it.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like, this is no Millennium Falcon. This is no X-Wing, you know?
It's a Firefly.
Yeah.
I guess, but I mean,
In like, okay, so you have like the Millennium Falcon, you know, you
Yeah.
have X-Wings, you have the Enterprise, you know? This is in the league with like the fucking
Spaceballs RV.
Spaceballs already, you know, it's like a joke, you know, kind of.
But that was still epic. Eagle One? No, is it?
The
No, Eagle
design
5, I
of
think
it.
was.
The design, like, would you own a model of that ship?
I
I
own a
bet
model.
You fucking do.
I
Oh
own a
my
model.
God.
I'll show it to you afterwards. I own a model of this
Yeah.
ship.
All right, I guess that backfired on me.
You underestimate
I do.
my nerdom.
Yeah. No, and I know that this show has like rabid fans, you know, and I'm like, 'cause I like Star Trek, but
Yeah.
you could say like the show is kind of cheesy, you know.
No, yeah.
So, like I said, I'm a hater, you know, and I fully admit it.
You are a hater.
Yeah, even though I like this movie, I enjoyed it. I've seen it a few
So, like-
times actually.
So, based off of what you said, you like the movie better than the show?
Yeah, I thought the show was fine, but I could never like fully get into. I don't know what it was.
Just that Joss Whedon hate.
Yeah.
What do you guys think, America and Ricardo, will vote for this movie?
I think 2 wins on this one.
Okay, you, Gio.
America might be a delete only because I think she would probably
Deleted.
I think like you
Wouldn't know what's going on.
a little bit. I think she would want the
The girl.
the background a bit maybe.
Okay.
Like of the characters. Like there's no connection because she doesn't know the characters, and they don't really explain the character. They very little kind of remind you or tell you what who these characters are.
Okay, so what I think for. Oh wait, what about Ricardo? Is Ricardo in or out or delete?
I think he might be an out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm in the same boat on with Gio
Deleted.
for America and for Ricardo.
Yeah. That's probably right. I'm being like too positive.
Then
Too
next,
naive.
next thing you know, Ricardo be tripping on this.
I
fool.
just think like if you like sci-fi adventure, like this movie works, I think.
Yeah.
You know? So I think they would see that, you know? Maybe you don't need that much backstory, just enjoy the ride that you get taken on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's my take.
Yeah, well, I didn't say in the beginning, but Free Guys has 2 wins, 1 out. Damn you, Gio. And now Serenity, we have 2 ins and 1 out. Damn it, Gino.
Yeah, Gina.
I'm sorry, I just didn't like the movie.
Cool.
Nah, motherfucker,
You know,
I
I
just like the
actually
movie.
thought we were gonna have
All ins.
2 sweeps here.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Gio fucked it up and I fucked it up.
Yeah.
Please watch those movies. Free Guy. It's really enjoyable to watch. And also Serenity. Tune in next week. The new movies to be determined. And my pick, the final movie based on TV shows. I'm picking The Beverly Hillbillies. Ooh. Thank you. I loved the show. And I remember renting the movie just because I loved the show. Because of reruns.
Wow.
And you know why I liked it even more? Because Jim Varney was in it. Ernest.
I gotta say, you know, you always seem to have the more interesting picks. And I did watch this movie as a kid, but I don't remember it.
Me
So
too.
it's gonna be fun.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's why
I
when
think
you
I've
guys
seen it in pieces.
Yeah.
I don't remember at all. I just remember the opening because it's a basically remake of the opening of the show. And you know, it's just like Jan Varney shooting his gun and then oil comes out and then become millionaires.
So you're not sure if you still like this movie.
I'm
you
not
don't
sure
remember.
right now. I am not sure. I just
It's gonna
love
be
the show.
fun. It's gonna be fun.
I'm looking forward to all you guys to watch it. And then ooh, it's not, I bet it did not age well.
I bet, like, I can from the trailer. I think there's a Diedrich Bader.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Driving in like a
Batman.
monster truck.
Batman himself.
Yeah. Please don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Not Delete Reviews. and Twitter at and out delete, and of course podpage.com/and out delete. That's our one-stop shop for everything, including YouTube, old episodes, and so on and so on. Well, till next time, good night.
Leads.